Actions students, I'm now going to go over with you the fall 2020 course syllabus along with the fall 2020 course schedule. Both of these documents can be found on your Blackboard page, which I will show you in a moment how to navigate. But to begin, you want to open up your syllabus, and this is what it'll look like. At the top has our course name sections and my information. Below that is contact information. Everything is online this semester, as I'm sure you're aware of, so the best and quickest way to get in touch with me is using my email address, as you can see here. This will be checked at least several times a day. I will get back to you if it's during regular office hours or business hours. So, I'm sorry, there is a plane going by that is very loud. Sorry about that. So if you send me an email between the hours of, say, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., I will get back to you that day. If it comes in after that time, it may not be answered until the next school day. I want you to be aware of this because if an assignment is due tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and you email me tonight at 9 p.m. to ask a question, then that is not well time management, and you will likely not get an answer before the assignment is due. You will always have plenty of time between when an assignment is assigned and when it is due, so make sure you're not waiting until the last minute to ask any questions. I do ask that students only use their ECC email accounts when emailing me. The reason for this is for safety reasons for you and for me. It prevents or it helps limit any sort of viruses or issues that could spread through email. And it's also a safety precaution or a protection for you. It keeps a detailed record of any interactions you have with professors. And it allows you to have a record of that correspondence in case there's ever any questions or that you need to show that you reached out to a professor for any reason. So please use your ECC email account. If you do not use your ECC email account, there is a chance it may not go through to me or may go to spam or some other folder, and then I will not see it. I have in the past had students that contacted me that way and got frustrated when I did not respond, but it was because it never showed up in my inbox because it had gone to my spam folder and was missed. So please use your ECC email account. If you do not know what your ECC email account is or have difficulty accessing it, please contact the ECC help desk to be given that information. The course description, you can just read over. That's the general ECC description for what the course is. Textbook, this is always a big question. I do have a required textbook, and especially this semester with everything being online, I do have required readings. And those readings are very important aspects of the course because they complement the PowerPoints and lectures I'm going to be sharing videos of, and it allows you to fill in the gaps of the lesson. Since we're not going to be in class having detailed conversations and discussions, this helps supplement that. The textbook is a free textbook that is available online. There's only an online version. I do believe it's printable. If you're one that prefers to have a printed copy, I think that you can pay to have it printed. But again, that would be at your expense, and it's not required. So when I show you on Blackboard how the course is outlined, I will include a description and showing of where you can find the textbook and how it's navigated. Course outcomes, if you read through these by the end of the semester, these are the things that you should have accomplished. Here is the grade breakdown, the evaluation, where your grades come from. So the class is going to be comprised of 11 topics. I'll go over those in a moment. There will be assignment packets assigned with the topics. You know what? This portion has not been updated. I apologize. I just saw that has not been changed due to the changes made with it going to online. So let's go down here to the grading determination part. The grade format will stay the same over here. So if you get, say, a 78 in the class, that'll equate to a C plus. So this portion's all correct, but over here the breakdown is incorrect. So let's go down to the grading determination here. The assignment packets coordinate with the topics. You'll see that there are 8 assignment packets. There will be 3 topics that we go over that will not have an assigned packet. Reading questions, so you're not necessarily, you won't have reading assigned for each of the topics, but several of the topics will have reading assigned, and after each reading assignment, to make sure as a follow-up that you have read and comprehended what you've read, there will be questions assigned for that. There's a total of 15 questions. I believe that a couple of the reading passages have 2 or more questions attached, so it's not as though you're going to have to read 15 chapters. It's just individual sections. Then there are journal entries. Part of the assignment packet is a journal assignment. Those are given a separate grade because those are they're kind of a summary of all the work we've done. So the lectures that will be posted, the meetings that we will have, and the readings that you have. This will tie those all together and we'll summarize it. So that's given an individual grade, even though it is part of the assignment packet. You will see when I go over the Blackboard page that the journals will be submitted as part of the assignment packets, but there is a journal rubric posted because I want you to make sure to follow the rules of writing the journals. The journals are to be written in complete sentences, well thought out, well-rounded, with references to the readings, the lectures, and the meetings. So I will make clear as we go on with the semester the importance of the journals. 20% of your grade will be participation, which I'll go over in a second. And lastly, the finale of the semester will be a 5-year plan that you will be responsible for writing, and there will be one of those. So this brings us to our attendance/participation requirements. So traditionally, this class has only been taught in person. The reason for that is because it's a human interaction course, and it's very important that we have that time together to be able to interact and fulfill that portion of the requirement. Since we don't have that option this semester and everything has to be online, it was very important to me that I still include that portion of the course, since it is a vital part of a human interaction course. So I'm going to just read through that. Given the format change this semester, it's going to require students to have good, solid time management skills. Some of you may not have necessarily had to put this to test at this point in your life yet. So this is going to be a big step for some of you to overcome. Because of that, I have designed the course to be helpful for those of you that may still struggle with managing your time well. Since the class that I teach has traditionally been 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for a 50-minute course, I have the online portion developed into 3 components that we will be working on. If you set up your schedule so that you follow a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule in completing these 3 components, it will help you stay on task, meet the requirements, and you should have no problem staying on top of things, staying up to date, and getting things accomplished. It's when you try to put some things off or say, oh, I'll get all the reading done in one shot and do this. that you're going to run into problems, especially if life throws you a curveball and maybe something comes up and you're not able to complete the reading. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you set up a firm schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, where on Mondays you watch the lecture videos that I will be posting. Every weekend at some point I will post a video lecture of the topic for that week. You can watch that video at your convenience, but I recommend that you do that on Monday. There's coordinating PowerPoint presentations that I will be using to conduct the lectures, and all the PowerPoint presentations are posted on Blackboard as well. So if at any point you struggle to be able to upload or open the videos, you can always review the notes on your own without having the video attached to it. The second aspect that is needed for you to accomplish in the class is the textbook readings. So each week you will be given, most topics will have an assigned reading section. Please note that the textbook chapters do not perfectly line up with the topic numbers. So just because we're working on topic 3, which may be something, does not necessarily mean the reading from that week is going to be from chapter 3. So it'll be very important that you check for what the reading assignment is each week, specifically which section, and not just follow the topic numbers. And the last component, and so I suggest that you do all reading and reading components on Wednesdays. The last and the third component of the course will be weekly Zoom meetings. This is a requirement of the course. What we'll do is we'll meet as a group, as a class. You can choose one of 3 time frames to sign up for. I will have 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 11 a.m. available. It'll last approximately 45 minutes each week, and during that time I'll ask if there's any questions you have from the lectures, from the reading. I'll post some questions from that information. We'll have a discussion, and it'll just be a way for us to stay connected and for you to connect with other classmates in the class. So those are required. If for some reason you have a valid reason why you cannot attend Zoom meetings, perhaps you're taking another class that has a live mandatory attendance on Fridays during that time frame and you're not able to, or you don't have access to a recording device, or maybe you don't have reliable Wi-Fi coverage. If you do have a valid reason for not attending the Zoom meetings, then you may apply for an alternate assignment. I have a form that you will have to fill out, and I'll go over that in another video when I go over the Blackboard. But the preferred method is through the Zoom meetings, and only in the rare occasion that you have a valid reason to not attend will that be excused, but you will be required to meet that through another means. So down here, the classroom expectations, specifically the Zoom meetings. Every student's required to attend the weekly Zoom meetings that will occur on Friday mornings. Again, there will be the 3 time options for you to choose from. I will have you choose your time at the start of the semester. You'll choose which group you're going to attend, and that is the group you're going to attend for the entire semester. The reason for that is as the semester goes along, we get into some conversations, we get to know each other. There may be private information that's shared in the group, and it's very important that we have built a relationship and a trust, and that we know that there are not people that we're not familiar with coming in and out each week. So I will ask that you choose your time, and that is going to be the time that you are then committed to for the semester. for the Zoom meetings, I will require that you have your video on for the entire meeting, unless there is a reason that you have reached out to me and been given permission prior to the meeting. So say, for example, this Friday you're going to be driving home from Syracuse during our class meeting, and you can still come on, but you won't have access to video. It'll just be audio. So you send me a message on Monday saying, is it okay if I have my video off on Friday for the Zoom meeting, but that I still participate through audio? That would be an excused reason to have your video off. There might be other valid reasons that apply to you, but in order for me to excuse the video requirement, you must reach out at least 48 hours prior to the scheduled meeting time for that to be an excused portion. You are also required to have access to audio so that we can hear you, but I will ask that you keep your audio muted for the entire duration, except when it is you personally talking. I do require that you participate. You're not just coming in to sit each week and listen in on everyone else. And if that's how I find that you tend to be, then I will start, calling on you directly to answer questions. My hope is that I don't have to put students on the spot, and that you just naturally engage and answer questions or pose questions, and our natural engagement with the class. Because Zoom meetings are required, they do make up that 20% of your participation grade. Therefore, you will only be allowed 2 unexcused absences from the Zoom meetings without grade penalty. After that, for each meeting that you miss, you will be deducted 5 points off your total average. Therefore, if you have done everything great, but you just hate attending the Zoom meetings, and you miss 3 Zoom meetings, then if you had 100 average in the class, that will automatically bring you down to a 95 because you missed 1 beyond the 2 excused. So please, it can quickly reduce your grade. Don't let this be the factor. Again, if you have valid reasons for not attending or whatever, you may reach out to me. There is a form for you to complete that I will show you at a later time, where you can request an alternate assignment. But do not just ignore this portion and not do the alternative assignments and also not show up for the Zoom meetings. Technology course or usage, because this course is online, it is requiring that you have access to reliable technology, including a laptop or a computer or some sort of device where you can have video access and computation, your ability to submit assignments, complete assignments online and handle it that way. But it also requires a solid internet connection. Since you will have to access Blackboard for each class and you will have to attend the Zoom meetings and stuff, all of that requires a solid internet connection. So if you are lacking in any of these areas, please contact ECC, either your advisor or the Student Access Center, to help assist you in getting all of those components set up so that you may have a successful semester. Going down, students with disabilities, if you have any accommodations that you need for yourself in being successful in this course, please contact them and they will help gather that information and put together a plan for you. The topical outline is here. We're going to start with getting acquainted and go down all the way until the end, where we end on technology, media, and human interaction. We will follow this outline, this topical outline. And lastly on the syllabus is that I am a Starfish integrated course. If you're not familiar with Starfish, when you go to your Blackboard, there is a section on Starfish, which I will point out to you when I do the video on our Blackboard course. And you can navigate that. But Starfish is a student success program that ECC implemented a few years back. I use it as a way to help help you be more successful in the course. So if I notice that you haven't logged on to your Blackboard in a few weeks, or you haven't submitted assignments or attended a Zoom meeting, then I can raise a flag of concern. And what this does is reaches out to your your ECC success counselor and tells them that something's going on, and then they will reach out to you to try to help you successfully re-engage in the semester. Now, I'm not one that only raises concerns. I also like to celebrate students that are having success in the course. So I can also raise a kudos. So if you are doing exceptionally well in the class, then this is a great opportunity for me to make an announcement, so to speak, that you are doing really well. So watch for those as well. Okay, so that is the course syllabus. Review it on your own as well, and if you have any questions, please send me an email to this email address, and I will get back to you very shortly. Please now watch the video on the course outline or the course schedule. Thank you.